Hi everyone. So for Pilates today, we're going to do the rings. So go ahead and have your ring close by and we'll get started. So let's start nice and long. Legs long, arms reach overhead. A great big stretch as you take an inhale. And on that exhale, let it all relax. So inhale and lengthen and reach. Exhale and release. Let's do two more. All right, we're going to hug those knees in. Pull them in nice and close, and let's do our little side-to-side rock. And then we'll drop those arms out like a T, feet come down on the mat. We'll take those knees from side to side. One more on each side. And we'll meet with those knees back in the center. Let's grab that ring now. Let's hook the ring on our right foot. And we'll start with a flex and a point. And now we're going to pull that knee down and then press that heel up. Okay, let's meet at the top, and we're going to slowly take that right leg out to the right side, stopping wherever you feel comfortable. You don't have to take it all the way to the floor. You can let it hover. Put some softness in that knee, and we'll slowly bring that back to center. And then we're going to pull it over to the other side, but just a little bit across. And now back to center. And you can bring it in a little closer if you want. All right, let's switch. So right foot down, left foot in the ring. We'll start with that flex and point. And then we're going to pull that knee down and then press that heel back up. And we'll meet at the top, and we'll slowly lower that left leg out to the left side, only as low as you're comfortable with. put softness back in that knee and we'll slowly pull it back to center. And then we're going to cross it over just slightly to the other side. Let's bring it back to center. You can hold here or you can pull it in a little closer. All right, let's put both feet in the ring and we'll roll it up. We're going to start with those legs stretched out nice and straight, feet flexed. We're going to sit up nice and tall, abs zipped in. Let's bring those arms in front. Let's take an inhale. We're going to exhale as we round, scooping it in. Inhale up nice and tall. Exhale as we round. 2 more times. Back to nice and tall. Let's grab our ring. We're going to hold that ring right in front of the chest. We're going to put some pressure on it, but then let's roll the shoulders back and down. We're going to try to keep those legs and feet totally still. Let's inhale. Exhale as we twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. One more each side. You can relax those arms. You can either hook the ring on the feet, give those legs a little shake, or you can reach all the way to the toes, whatever feels best to you. All right, let's come back up and we'll get ready for our saw. So arms come long, abs pulled in. Let's inhale. Exhale as we reach across toward the opposite foot. Long arms reaching both ways. Scooping the abs in. See if you can pull the abs in further with each exhale. Let's hold this next one, reaching for 3, 2, and 1. Let's do the other side. Reach and hold, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going to do roll like a ball, and we'll use our ring. So we're going to hook both feet in the ring. If you want to make it a little easier, your hands and ring are going to be right up on the shins. If you want to make it a tiny bit harder, you're going to hold the ring away from the shins. Look down at that belly button, scoop it in. Let's inhale as we roll back, exhaling as we come up. Again, try to pull that belly button in more on the exhale. Keeping the feet off of the mat, hovering over the mat. Let's Let's do 2 more. And then we'll come up to nice and tall. So nice straight spine now. We're going to hook the ring on just the right foot, keeping that spine tall. Don't let yourself round back. Stay tall, and we'll lift that right leg up. If you need to, it'd be better to leave softness in the knee and keep the back straight than vice versa. We don't want to have the leg straight and the back be rounded. Back straight first, then the leg comes next. Let's switch. All right, and we're going to do some open leg rocker. So we're going to bring that ring in between the ankles, but you've got choices here. Spine is straight to start. You can keep the knees bent with that ring there, and you can do open leg rocker with knees bent, or you can take those legs up straight, holding that ring in between the ankles. So we're going to round that spine so we can roll. We're going to exhale as we come up and try to find that balance for a second. Inhale, rolling back. Exhaling on the way up. Let's do 2 more. And let's try to hold our last one at the top and balance. Be really tall. And let's rest. All right. We're going to go ahead and take it on down to our mat for our 100. So we're going to place the ring in between the knees for our 100. And you'll have those same choices as always with feet down, feet up with those knees bent, or you can take those legs long and keep that ring squeezed in between the knees. Your choice. All right. So we'll all start. We want that low back to come in contact with the mat. So really draw that belly button toward the spine, scoop it in. We're going to lift the head and shoulders nice and high. Look down at that belly button. Decide where you want those legs. And we're going to inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. Halfway. Last set. Resting back. Okay, moving on to single leg circles. So option to use the ring underneath one foot if you want to make this a little more challenging. So we'll start if you want to use the ring with it underneath the left heel. You want to get your left knee as close to about 90 degrees as you can. And just let that left foot rest on top of that ring. Let that foot be relaxed. And we're going to bring the right leg just straight up and down. Now the right leg is not relaxed. It's engaged. We really want to squeeze that right leg. We want to squeeze that quad to keep this knee totally straight. No bend, no softness in that knee. Let's zip up those tight jeans. Belly button pulled toward the spine. And now let's inhale as we make our circle to the right. Let's exhale as we lift it up. Inhale on the circle. Exhale on the lift. Now adding the ring makes this a little more challenging. It's a little harder to hold that left side, that left leg still. So you may need to slow your circle down a little bit. You may need to make your circle a little smaller than you do when you have this left foot on the ground. So take your time. We're trying as hard as we can to hold the left leg, the left foot, this ring totally still. Draw that belly button toward the spine. Squeeze that right leg, no knee. Last 4 here. 3, 2, last 1. Let's hug this right knee in. And we're going to move the ring over so that we can rest our right foot on top of the ring. Again, about 90-degree bend in that right knee, as close as you can get it. And then that left leg comes up. Now we're going to really engage the left leg. No knee, stiff straight leg, quad really squeezed and engaged, abs zipped in, and we'll inhale circling out to the left, and we'll exhale as we lift it up. No knee, super engaged, belly button toward the spine. We're trying to hold the hips really still. We're trying to hold that right leg, that right foot, and that ring as still as possible. So remember, if you feel like you're not in control of this, if it's wobbly or you're finding a lot of movement, slow your circle down or make your circle smaller. Stay zipped into those tight jeans. No knee. Last 4 here. 3, 2, last 1. Let's hug that knee in. All right, we're going back to the the right leg. We'll do the same thing in the reverse. So get that left leg relaxed on top of the ring if you're using the ring. And we'll bring that right leg back up to nice and straight. Squeeze that leg. Zip into those skinny jeans. And let's inhale as we go straight down first. And then exhale as we circle it up to the top. Inhale, lowering. Exhale, circling up. Right leg is super straight. Be careful if you're using that ring that you don't lower that leg too low and bump your ring. Slow it down, keep it under control. Belly button toward the spine. Squeeze that leg. Last 4. 3, 2. Last 1. Let's hug that knee in. All right. Last set. Right foot rests on the ring. The left leg comes up nice and straight. No knee. Straightest leg you've got. Zipped into those tight skinny jeans. Belly button toward the spine. Let's inhale as we go straight down. Exhale, circling up to the top. Being careful not to bump the ring if you're using the ring. Holding that right leg, that right side, those hips totally still. No knee, keep squeezing that leg. Belly button toward the spine. Last 4. 3, 2. Last 1. Let's hug that knee in. Okay, we're going to bring the ring in between the hands now. It's time for some single leg stretch, and then we'll move on to some double leg stretch. We'll start easy. Options to make it a little bit harder, but you can always stick with the easier version if you need to. So while we do this single leg stretch and double leg stretch, we're going to hold on to the ring without using the fingers. So we're going to keep those fingers straight so that you have to apply a little bit of pressure against the ring, using some shoulder strength to hold on to that, keeping those arms nice and long and straight. So we're going to start with the right knee pulled in. And we're going to lift the head and shoulders up nice and high. These arms stay long and straight so that ring is probably going to hover somewhere over your shin, ankle, foot area. Look down at the belly button, really scoop it in, and now we'll stretch that left leg out nice and long, reaching through those toes. Let's take an inhale. Let's exhale as we switch legs. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Reaching through those toes, extending that leg as long and straight as you can, really stretching it out. Holding those shoulders off of your mat so you're keeping those abs engaged. Last 4, 3, 2, last 1. Rest it back, a couple of nice deep breaths. Okay, so you can stay with that level, or the next step to make it a little harder is having both legs be straight the whole time. So we'll start with the right leg straight up and down. So as we do this, you want to think no knee in either leg. We want both legs to stick straight as you can possibly get them. Arms are long and straight again. Again, we're releasing those fingers. So we're pressing against the ring through the palm of the hands to hold on to it. Let's scoop that belly button down toward the spine as we lift the head and shoulders up nice and high. Now your ring may touch your shin, or it may hover off of the shin. It really just depends on your flexibility. We don't want to bend the knee to be able to touch the shin. We want to keep that leg really straight so the ring does not have to touch the front of the leg. All right, we're going to stretch our left leg out nice and long. Look at that belly button. Take your inhale. Let's exhale as we switch. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Reach through those fingertips. Reach through those toes. Long arms, long legs. Last 4, 3, 2, last 1. Resting back. Again, a couple of nice deep breaths. So now we're going to move into double leg stretch, where the 2 legs now move together instead of separately. So we're going to do 2 sets. The first set, where the ring is in between the hands, and the second set will move that ring in between the ankles. So let's start with both knees pulled in nice and close. Those arms are going to be straight again, reaching through those fingertips. So press through the palms of the hands against that ring to hold on to it. Activate the arms and the shoulders. Let's scoop that belly button down toward the spine as we lift the head and shoulders up nice and high. So we're folded up in a little ball. Let's take our inhale as we open up. We're going to exhale as we close it back together. Look down at the belly button, scoop it in. We want that low back to stay in contact with our mat. So if you feel like that low back is arching, then you're going to take those legs to more straight up and down instead of out at an angle. Here's our last 4. 3, 2, last one. Let's rest it back. A couple of nice deep breaths. Okay, so moving the ring in between our ankles now. So now we're going to be circling those arms. So if you have a water bottle that's close by, you may want to move it away so that you don't tip it over. We're going to have it ring between the ankles, and we're going to start with those hands on the shins. We're going to pull that belly button toward the spine as we lift the head and shoulders up nice and high. Look at that belly button, eyes glued to the belly button. Let's inhale as we open, those arms circle around. Exhale as we close back up. Last 4, 3, 2, last one. Resting back. Let's go ahead, take that ring out for a moment, and let's do a big stretch. Legs long. Let's reach those arms overhead. Lengthen the whole body. All right, we're going to move into some roll-ups. So you can use the ring or not. If you want to use that ring, it's in between the hands. Trying for that same fingerless grip. We'll take our inhale while we're stretching long, and we're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Exhaling as we look down at that belly button. Inhale, stretching forward. See if you can reach your ring beyond your toes. And then exhale, looking down at that belly button again. Smooth and slow. No momentum. The slower the better. Slow motion. Really taking your time on this roll up. Looking down at that belly button, trying to pull it toward the spine on those exhales. Fun modification you can add here with the ring if you want is using the ring to grab on to one foot and seeing how slow you can come up like that. You can leave the ring on the foot to come back down if you want, or you can take the ring out of the foot to come back down. You could try it both ways. Let's do 2 more, your slowest, your best. Alright, after that last roll up, we're going to move the ring in between the knees. And we'll use that ring to work the inner thighs and the glutes while we do some bridge. So arms are nice and long by the sides. We're going to roll it up into our good bridge, squeezing up, really lifting those hips. Good breathing. We're going to add our little squeeze, little pulses against the ring as we stay up nice and high. And let's just hold, squeeze back up if you found you dropped down a little bit. Abs are zipped in. That good breathing still. And now we're going to lift up onto the balls of the feet and the toes, and then we're going to slowly set those heels back down. So we want to lift with the feet, but we're keeping those glutes really active the whole time. So we don't want to release the glutes when we release those heels down. We want to keep the glutes really squeezed up the entire time. Let's hold the next one at the top. So you're up on the balls of your feet and your toes, and then see if you can bridge up a little higher here to hold it at the top. And let's do a little side-to-side sway here at the top. Squeezing up high, holding up here. Let's come back to the center. Stay really active and squeeze with the glutes. Hold this. We're going to put those heels down. All right, now let's inhale as we dip down, and then we're going to exhale as we lift and squeeze. So as as you squeeze up, we also want to squeeze those knees together. Try to make your ring, your circle, look like an oval when you get to the top. So it's a ring when you're down at your low point, it's a circle when you're down low, and then it's an oval when you come up to the top. Last 4, 3, 2, hold the last one at the very top, breathe, squeeze. And let's go ahead and release all the way down. Let's take the ring out and first hug those knees in. And then release the feet to the floor. Let the soles of the feet come together so those knees drop out to the sides. And we'll use that ring to press down on one side for a little more stretch. Opening up, releasing that inner thigh. And we'll switch it to the other side. Bring them back together. Let's roll to our side, and we're going to come up for a little bit of plank. So let's stack those wrists right underneath the shoulders. Spread those fingers apart, nice big hands, and let's take those legs back nice and straight. Belly button pulls up toward the spine. The hips are slightly lifted. Feel like you tuck that tailbone under. Engage the legs. Find your good breathing. Neck in line with the rest of the spine. Adding some movement, we're going to find right knee, right elbow, left knee, left elbow. One more each side. Back to just holding. And now we're going to find our downward facing dog. Let's tip that tailbone up nice and high. Press back. A little rest. And then we're going to go back and forth. So slowly find your way back down to plank. And then find your way back to downward facing dog. Let's meet here in downward facing dog. And we'll put those knees down. You can flip your palms up. Stretch it back. And now we're going to come all the way down on our stomachs. So we're going to place our hands on our ring out in front of us like a steering wheel. Hands at 9 and 3. As you reach out there, those elbows are down on the ground, so you want a slight bend in those elbows. Legs are long. Reach through those toes. I want you to feel like you're trying to lift your belly button up off your mat. So zip it in. Let's take an inhale. On that exhale, we're going to press down through the hands as we lift the shoulders and chest up off the mat. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, press and lift. See how straight you can get your arms at the top, so you're engaging your shoulders and your triceps in this one. So we're working the core, especially the low back. But we're also getting good little toning, isometric hold there at the top for those arms. Feel like you activate the glutes at the top, squeezing. Let's hold the next one up there. Straightest arms you've got. Belly button pulled up and in. And let's release. Relax those arms for a moment. Okay, now we're going to stack one hand on top of the other on the very top of our ring. So again, as you kind of relax here, you've got a slight bend in the elbows. Same thing, legs are long and straight. We want to pull that belly button up and in, zip it in, take your inhale. On that exhale, this time we're trying to straighten those arms. We're lifting the shoulders, the chest, and we're seeing if we can pull that tummy up off the floor. Inhale, lower slowly. Exhale, press down with those hands to lift up. Activate the glutes as you press down and lift up. Let's go ahead and flip-flop those hands. Let's hold the next one at the top, holding and breathing. And let's rest. All right. Come up on your elbows. We're going to bend those knees. We're going to try to pull those heels nice and close. Place your ring in your dominant hand, and you're going to twist around and put that ring in between your ankles. Okay, a little more glute work. So once you have that ring there, then you're going to lay back down. You can stack your hands underneath your chin. Let the feet relax. So toes don't have to be pointed. They don't have to be flexed. They can just be relaxed. Belly button pulled up and in. And now we're going to squeeze the glutes to try to lift the knees up off the mat. Lower slowly. Belly button pulled up and in. Let's see if we can hold the next one at the top. And release. You can take that ring out. Hands come down, let's press up, and we'll stretch it back again. Okay, so we're going to try some V-ups, one of my favorite moves with the ring. We're going to take those feet out in front of our body a little bit, and we're going to place the ring in between the ankles again. So we're going to come down. As we lay down, that body is in a pike position. That means those feet are out in front of the torso. Now here's the key to the V-up. This arm that's down underneath your body actually needs to be laying in front of your body, because you're going to use that elbow and that hand to press down into the mat to help you V up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Legs stay long and straight. Top arm reaches up toward that ring or feet. Let's try two more on this side. And we'll switch it to the other side. So have those feet be out in front of the body so it's in a pike position. Bottom arm lays down in front of the body. Abs pulled in, press down through that hand and elbow to V up. Legs straight. Two more here. All right, we're almost done. We're going to work a little bit of inner thighs here at the end. So let's set that ring out at the front corner of your mat. And your bottom leg is going to go on the inside of the ring. And the top leg is going to go on top. Now same thing, we want our body in a little bit of a pike position here. So those feet are out toward the front corner of the mat, and then your back, you're going to line your back up against the back edge of your mat. Now your choice here, you can lay all the way down, resting that head on your arm, or if it feels okay on your neck, you can cradle your head in your hand, your choice. Abs zipped in, and now we're going to bring our bottom foot up to meet the top foot. Lower and lift. So, the key is to try to get the heels to kiss each other. So we're not just touching the toes, we're trying to kiss those heels together. Stick them together. Imagine you've got a magnet in each heel, drawing them toward each other. Good breathing. Keep those abs zipped in. We're going to stick the next one at the top. So really squeeze those legs. Get those legs as straight as you can. Abs zipped in. They can help you here. Breathe. And then release. A little rest. Now we're going to float this bottom foot right in the center of our ring. So we're not going to touch the top or the bottom. We're going to give a little pulse. It's small. And then stick it back to the top, hold it, squeeze, breathe. And release. Our last thing before we switch to the other side is those circles. So traveling that ankle all the way around the circle. Try to leave it in contact with the circle the whole way around. And let's reverse. Let's go the other direction. See if you can get those feet to brush against each other at the top. One more time around. And we're going to switch it over to the other side. All right, abs zipped in. That bottom foot comes up to meet the top. And we're trying to get those heels to stick together, not just the toes. Let's hold the next one at the top. Legs zip together, heels touching. And let's release. Little rest. Next, we're going to float that bottom leg in the center of the ring and a little pulse. So not touching the top, not touching the bottom. And then stick it back up at the top to glue them together. And rest. All right, our last thing, those circles. Finish strong. Try to keep that ankle in contact with the ring. Brush the feet together at the top. Let's reverse, other direction. One more time around. And relax. All right, let's come on up. We'll do a little stretch. Try to release those inner thighs a bit. So let's bring the soles of the feet together. Hands behind you, roll those shoulders back, and let gravity pull those knees down. Let the feet move apart, if they will, here. So don't press those feet together. Look what happens when you press the feet together. Those knees pop up. Let the knees relax. That's going to help us stretch and release those inner thighs. If you want, you can take one hand and gently stretch, pressing that knee a little lower. Be gentle and careful with yourself. Listen to your body. Switching. And then if you want to see if you can scoot in a little bit closer, we'll relax those legs. We're going to bring one foot in front of the other. Let's hinge forward, walk those hands out. Let's walk it back in and we'll switch those feet. Same thing. Let's walk it back in, sit up nice and tall. Great big inhale up. And a great big exhale. Great job, you guys. I hope you have a fabulous weekend. I heard you got some rain. I'm not sure if it's still raining, but at least the temperatures are warmer for you. That's awesome. Sounds like spring there. So it's getting quite warm here. We had, I think, 82, 84, something like that yesterday. So had to kick the air on for a little bit in the afternoon to cool things off. It's beautiful in the morning and in the evening. So we don't have our humidity back yet, but I'm sure it's coming. So can't wait to see all of you in May. I'm getting really excited for that. And getting really excited, I get to see Sydney on Thursday. She's flying in for her spring break this coming Thursday, and she's going to be here for 10 days. So super excited. It's been way too long since I've seen my girl. So, and I will be back in just a little bit for yoga. Have a great weekend.